Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer, where we're tackling a really fun, classic micro mystery. Why on earth does pepper run away from soap? Let's get right into it. So, we're checking out this awesome breakdown from ZacD Films today to figure out this exact question. Why does pepper absolutely scatter when it touches soap? Honestly, it kind of looks like magic, right? You've got this totally calm bowl of water, the pepper is just floating there peacefully, and then boom, one tiny touch and it scatters to the edges like it's literally terrified. But as we know, it's not magic, it's physics. And to really get what's going on, we've got to look super closely at the exact chain of events. Okay, let's dive into this. The physical setup here is elegantly simple. You've probably even done it yourself. First, you just sprinkle some normal black pepper onto a bowl of water. Then you dip your finger into a little bit of regular dish soap. And finally, you just touch it right dead in the center of the bowl. That one single action, just that tiny touch right in the middle, is the catalyst for the whole shebang. Now I want you to mentally freeze frame the action right at that exact split second the soapy finger touches the water. Let's just pause, zoom way in, and check out the invisible physics going on right before the reaction even happens. See, water has this crazy property called surface tension. All that really means is that the water particles sitting right there on the very top of the liquid, they actually stick to each other. And because those particles on the top layer are sticking together so well, they're actually pulling the surface tight. Picture it like, well, imagine those tiny water particles literally holding hands, gripping each other super tightly to create this sort of invisible trampoline-like skin across the very top layer of the water. It's perfectly balanced. And the pepper you just sprinkled, it's light enough that it's just casually resting right on top of this tight, bonded surface. All right, so let's hit play on our mental high-speed camera and watch what happens the millisecond the soap enters the equation. Before the soap, like we said, we have that tight surface where all the particles stick to each other. But the moment the soap touches that surface, bam, the tension drops right in that exact spot. The soap completely disrupts those little molecular bonds. It literally breaks the particles apart, right where your finger touches. So that invisible, tight skin we just talked about is suddenly and quite dramatically ruptured. And this brilliantly illustrates the final, rapid chain reaction that follows. The soap touches the surface. The tension drops instantly. The particles break apart. Now, because that central tension is totally broken, the rest of the unbroken surface on the outer edges violently pulls back. It basically snaps away from the center, kind of like a stretched rubber band snapping when you cut it in the middle. And since the pepper was resting right on that surface layer, the pepper is dragged right along with it to the edges. So the pepper isn't actually running away from the soap at all. It's just along for the ride as the water's surface snaps back. It is just such a fascinating visualization of unseen forces at work right in our own kitchens. Which leaves us with a fun thought for today. Where else in your daily life are invisible forces pulling the surface tight? I mean, surface tension is all around us, constantly shaping the physical world we interact with every single day. Keep your eyes open and keep asking questions about the world right in front of you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you guys in the next one.